Welcome to Once Upon a Stitch Nook. I'm going to show you how to do the Ladybug motif with two different versions, with or without the antennas. Whoops. So what you're going to need are two colors of yarn. You can do the red or you could do, an orange, depending on what kind of ladybug you want to do. And then black is very handy. And I am using Loops and Threads, a Silky Soft, and it is a light 3-weight if you want to exchange that for anything. So we have that, and then you're going to want a 2.5 millimeter hook. I couldn't find mine, so I'm using a 2.75, which does just as well. And then additionally, if you want, you can have some little black beads, a dark thread. I couldn't find any black, but this seems to do the trick fine. And then of course a needle. So now that we have our supplies, let's jump into the tutorial. All right, both versions are going to start the same for the body. You're going to take your red yarn or your main body color yarn, and you're going to want to do a magic circle, but I don't like doing magic circles, so I'm going to do just a chain instead. And then once you have either your chain or your magic circle, you're going to chain one. And now we're going to work either into that magic circle or in my case into my chain. So let me get myself situated, and now we're going to do a puff stitch of 5, which means you yarn over and insert into the stitch or your circle, yarn over, pull through, and you're going to do that 5 times. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, that's 2, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, that's 3, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, that's 4, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, that's 5. So you should have, what would that be, 5, 10, 11 loops on your hook, and you're going to yarn over and slowly pull through all those loops. Take your time. If you get a little stuck, that's not a problem. And then you'll chain 1 to finish it. That secures that in place. Now you might want to tighten your circle a little bit here, but not too much. And we're going to basically continue that for a total of 7 5 loop puff stitches. So go ahead and do 6 more of those into your circle. Okay, I have 2, 4, 6, 7 puff stitches total. And so we're going to slip stitch to join, and I'm going to bring in the black color for the slip stitch. So let me bring that yarn in. I just find it makes a cleaner transition. So you'll slip stitch using the black yarn, go leave a bit of a tail so that doesn't come through, and then chain 1. And then into that next stitch space, you're just going to half double crochet, and this is for the head option 1. You're going to half double crochet 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So 7 times into the same stitch, and then you'll just slip stitch into that next stitch, and that creates your head. Now that's head option 1, and I shall make another body and show you head option 2. All right, I've done an entire new body and just slip stitched with the brown and did I do a chain 1? Let me see, my yarn's all tangled. There we go. No, I don't seem to. So you'll chain 1, and then this is where we're going to differ a little bit. So into the stitch, you're going to do 2 half double crochets, 1, whoops, 2. Here we're going to chain 4, and then starting from the second from your hook, you're going to slip stitch back down the chain into the back loops. So that should end up with 3. You should work into 3 chains. 1, 2, 3. Then half double crochet into the same stitch again 2 times. 1, 2. Then you'll chain 4 again. This is creating the antennas, as you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Starting from the second from your hook, slip stitch down the chain in the back loops. It's 1, 2, 3, and then half double crochet back into that same stitch 2 more times. That's 1, 2, and then you'll slip stitch into the next stitch there. So you see how it creates a different head. So, and what you're going to do for both cases is you're going to want to cut a fairly long tail of the black, because we're going to develop the little line down the shell, as well as I like to use it to sew on whatever project I'm working on. So pull that. And then what's nice here is once you've pulled it out here, pull it into the base of the head where you worked your half double crochets. So you'll do that, and then we'll be ready to go. I like to clean up the other ends before we start, so you can see how I did it with this one, where it's nice and cleaned up and just a long tail. So I'll show you on this one the pattern I like to go. You can of course switch this up. This is going to be the same for either one. I like to insert my hook into the center and pull it out. Just enough tension that it's not too tight so it's not twisting the body any weird way, but not too loose either. For the first pass over in the back, I like to pick an opposing point, poke my needle hook through, and pull the yarn to the back, like so. And again, just check the tension. I'm going to insert again from the front into the center and bring the yarn out of the center. So you can see how it's wrapping around the bottom of the body. Then from the back, I stick the hook up into the middle again where all those half double crochets are, and pull the yarn through to the back. Now I like to make an extra pass of these, just checking my tension. So I do basically the same pattern again, except one difference. So pull the yarn through the center, and now I like to just wrap this one over, following the line I already have, so that we don't have this this red edge. So I'll insert from the front to the back, and this one, since it's not being secured to anything, we'll just need some guidance. So I do that, whoops, and it seems a little off, and then shift that where it needs to go, and then tighten it so it won't go anywhere. And then one more pass. So stick the hook through the back of the head, pull the yarn through to the back, and there you have it. And now what you will do is you will take some beads. I like these very little ones. I found the smallest I could find in this nice kit. I'll try to remember to link it somewhere in the pattern, or if not, you can message me to get the exact ones I have. And I won't kind of run you through it, but you can play with how many you like. I like the 5 to make it a little more natural feeling, but this is kind of a cool symmetry too if you want it to look a little more designer, and just add those in. I just like to loop it twice through the bead, secure it well, and then just knot in the back. That seems to hold it well, and it's a very quick little detail to add that just makes it very adorable and more elevated than without. But if you don't have beads, you can of course just use yarn to do a little wrap, do little knots, or however you'd like to add yours. But that's it, and then you have now 2 versions to pick from for your ladybug, with or without the antennas. I do like both, so I want to make both options available to you. If you have any questions, let me know. If you are using the tutorial, then let me know. I'm sorry, if you are using the pattern and you finish your project, do let me know via social media, tag me, I would love to see your work. And these can be added on to any of the Cottage Ladybug patterns, or of course any other pattern you're just working on. And that'll be it, so I will see you in the next video.